There is something very bittersweet about this moment. Goodbye, Skytree. So hello everyone, I'm Tofu, and today we're starting a new island. So anyone that's concerned, don't worry, Tanglewood is still going to be a thing. There's still things I need to get done on that island, so this is going to be alongside Tanglewood. I've deleted my first island, my first ever island of Skytree, which I've had since launch day, so it's been a good 3.5 years or so. But I feel like it's time for a change, and I want to just do something a little bit different. So I'm going to get through obviously all the kind of character creation, the map choosing, everything like that, and we'll head on to this brand new start, shall we? So my idea for this island is to kind of have like a kind of a crime island. I'm going to have characters that I don't generally have, and I want quite a I guess narrative behind it all. So yeah, it's just a little bit of fun. I guess because it's going to be crime, I'm going to have like a mostly urban setting, but it's going to be kind of quite run down, like nature's trying to kind of reclaim it and things like that. And yeah, let's head towards the map, see what we like, and then see what villages we end up with. Okay, so I don't really have any kind of preference for a map, just as long as the airport is far enough away from the plaza. So to be honest, I would say either of these. In fact, even the top right one as well. But I guess I'm going to go with this top left one, and that'll do. I might end up resetting once or twice if I am looking for kind of a specific set of villagers. I wouldn't mind getting one of the few that I've got in mind for this kind of narrative that I've got in my head. So I may have to jump cut a couple of times just to see if I actually get the character that I would like. But I'll make sure I edit it all down so it's nice and quick for you guys. Okay, so we've got apples, but that's subject to change if we possibly are going to restart. I did have apples as my starter fruit on Tanglewood, but let's see our villagers. You know what? That's a perfect start. Mira was one of the kind of sisterly characters I would have loved to have. Sprocket, I don't really mind Sprocket, he's not one to stay on the island, but you know what, like I said, absolutely perfect for my eyes, so we're going to head with this. Bit of a shame that we've got apples as the starting fruit, but it doesn't really matter, I'm going to end up with all the fruits anyway. Say hello to Sprocket. I didn't take any kind of real care with my character customization because I was expecting to restart, honestly. And it's somewhat refreshing to have to run a little bit to the left actually to get to the plaza. Welcome to your new island. In no way is it going to be full of crime and suspicious bodies. Okay, give me my tent and map, please. I actually didn't check the whole beach situation on any of the maps, so it might be that I have to plonk the tents and things on the grass around the rough area, but we'll see. Okay, bomb to the bottom left, as far as I can go. Plonk this tent down. It's kind of similar to my first island, Tanglewood, honestly. I don't know if there's going to be enough beach space to house every one of their houses, but we will see. I'm struggling to put a tent down. That'll do. I'll talk to Mira, so obviously I can plonk down her tent. I'll find you a spot. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. The reason I would have liked Mira, as well, I had a few that I did actually want, but I've got it in my head that I've got all these kind of various characters that certain villagers can fulfill the kind of roles for. So I wanted a kind of mayor-like character, so someone who thinks he's in charge, but really there's other people behind the scenes. So I thought someone like Beardo would be absolutely fantastic for that, because he's got that kind of like almost a bit of a pompous air to him, like he's bigger than what he actually is. I'd have like a mafia boss, so someone who's actually in charge. And naturally they would have to have some kind of bodyguard. I was then thinking like a girlfriend for said bodyguard. You'd have like a doctor character who would be the one that kind of, you know, quote-unquote manufactures things. You know, you need something, the doctor's got you. I would have someone that's kind of down on their luck, so I was kind of thinking of Harry when I was thinking of this particular character. You'd have a character that's kind of being hassled by, say, the bodyguard, the mafia, and other people. I would have like characters in like almost a street gang, so I had kind of Kat and Bella in mind for that. Maybe Cherry would work quite nicely. I'm actually been pressing the wrong button, so I'm going to say seems off, because I want to place him down on the beach. And then I also wanted a hero-like character, so one of the kind of superheroes or mirror. And I want it to kind of be this narrative that they've got this hero, or someone who's meant to be like dispensing justice, but they're not really that good at it. So it's kind of a shame, but I thought Mirror would be the absolute best character for that. So she thinks she's out there kind of like cleaning up the island and solving the crimes and everything that's happened, when obviously there's still this mafia kind of presence and street gang, and there's a couple of characters that are kind of being hassled and things like that. Everyone has their spot, so now I'm going to zoom off to the plaza. Whee! Island warming party, let's go! Okay, so this is where Nook obviously is telling me to get sticks, and I obviously need to get some fruit as well for the eventual fruit smoothies or punch or whatever it is that they actually call it in this game. So I'm just going to grab a few apples and sticks, and then I'll jump cut to when I'm giving them over. I've got all the tree branches. And even more than you asked, because I'm so diligent. I picked up 9 apples. I actually forget how many you need. Hopefully it's not 10, because that would be annoying to have to run off to get 1. Ah, it's only 6. Okay, that's grand. I am the right one for the job, you're right. Let's get started with the festivities. Set the fire. To purge this island of crime. Not really though. We're going to encourage crime. Okay, so when it comes to the naming the island, I was thinking Gaol-town. But I'm going to spell it in the ye olde English way of jail. So G-A-O-L, and then going to put a hyphen and town. And the good thing about this, I guess, is when we come to villager hunts and things, when we're trying to convince people to come stay at Gaol-town, we can just kind of pronounce it almost as if it's read out loud. So, Gaol-town. So it's a fun, jolly place to be. But really, we're sending villagers to jail. Buffberg. Gross. Gaol-town. Oh, it's so popular, of course it would win. I'm the resident representative. Or security detail. It's the best time. But I feel like a nap and a fever dream is in order. So, let's go have a dream about a certain dog. It's been a hard day. Fabulous. Right, let's start this fever dream of KK Slider, shall we? So, just my usual dream of a nudist dog serenading me. It's time to wake up. You need to come get your bill. Hello, Mr. Nook. Isn't he so kind? Just giving you a Nook phone straight off the bat. Doesn't even know you. It's going to be very weird having no apps again. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that the first episode of Tanglewood. Not having things like the tool ring and other such kind of luxuries that you just kind of forget about. And here's the dreaded bill. And there's Tommy in the background, just creeping. That's exactly the energy we need for Crime Corps. Or Gaol-town. He's creeping around the tents. My new life is underway. Let's go. immediately going to get rid of the mail that's in here, so that the mailbox stops kind of beeping at me. What time are we actually in? 4:54 AM. Could have probably changed that. Okay, well, I guess I'll take this time to quickly gather some materials, and then I'll jump cut to an actual decent time where villagers are up and I can talk to them and do all that good stuff. So, I'll be right back. So, I actually skipped forward several days. I noticed that my Switch, because this is my first Switch, it was actually set for like March this year, which was kind of strange. So, I've actually skipped forward several days, obviously up to October. I want to be in that kind of proper season, the actual time that we're in. As a result, it seems that it's skipped forward a day in the game. So I'm probably going to get the villagers, Mira and Sprocket, telling me that I haven't spoken to them in like 7 months or whatever it is. But that's fine. I do like messy hair kind of style, but just stop this from beeping at us again. Mum sent me something. What magical thing has she sent? Peaches! And obviously you've got the simple DIY workbench which is sent from Nintendo, supposedly, and Paradise planning photo from the Happy Home Paradise DLC peoples. Right, let's go try and find Sprocket and Mira. There's Sprocket, he's fishing. Zord. Good luck, buddy. Luckily, because he was fishing, he didn't give me the kind of, like, oh, you've been away for X amount of time kind of dialogue, which I was expecting. And there's Mira. Hello, Mira. It isn't Tofu. How long has it been? Like 6 months? There we go. That's just the way I roll. I help set up an island, and then I just leave for like 6 months. Oh dear. Right, let's head into the DIY workshop, and yeah, let's make ourselves a fishing rod and I think a net as well. My very first DIY. And it was perfect. I'm so good at this. Okay, so I'm just going to make myself a net as well. Fantastic. So naturally, with my newly acquired tools, I'm going to catch various critters and fish. And then, obviously, we give 5 to Nook. And then he'll go and talk to Blathers on the phone, and that will obviously unlock the museum tent for the next day. And my first fish is a pale chub. It's very judgy. Hooray, sea bass. It actually took me quite a while to catch my first sea bass on Tanglewood. I was really surprised. Fantastic, that should be the 5th one. So I'm going to head over to Nook, donate these, and we'll unlock Blathers. I need to talk to you, Nook. I have important things to give to you. I found a creature. This fish.
One eternity later.
And finally, I'm given the tent so I can obviously run off and see where the museum will be plonked down. Probably on a beach somewhere. But that was a lot of dialogue to get through. My word. Oh, I can actually put it on the beach. That's kind of refreshing. I was expecting to have to kind of put it on the grass in the corner, much like I did on Tanglewood. So fabulous. I will talk to Nook, because I'm pretty sure he gives you dialogue to say, yes, you've done it. There might be something else as well, but I don't remember. I did. It took me all of like 10 seconds. Okay, so I guess the main part of the gameplay now is me just grinding Nook Mile tickets. So, Nook Miles even. So obviously I want 5,000 for the bill. But I want to gather a few little bits more so that I can obviously buy the tool ring and upgrade my inventory, because 20 just isn't enough, is it? So, let's head on that, shall we? Wasps! Nailed it. And my first bit of furniture is an arcade seat. Fair enough. It's like my waiting area. Oh yeah, I forgot about the leaf umbrella recipe that she gives you. That means I've got to talk to Sprocket and get my my free hat. I'm here for my free hat, sir. A tulip hat. I mean, it's not really my style, but I'm going to wear it anyway. Oh, don't I look just fantastic in my, like, green, red, blue plaid shirt and tulip hat. Okay, so I've managed to grind enough Nook miles so that I can actually pay off my 5,000 bill, so we'll do that. And they're gone. But with that, obviously, it means we'll move into a house for the next day, so I could probably skip to the next day, have a house, and obviously Blaver's tent will be up, so we could then talk to him and start moving those critters into the museum tent and get that fully unlocked. So as you can see, I'm in my brand new house. Lovely, lovely. With all my tat outside. Fabulous. And obviously the other villagers as well. Mira and Sprocket both in their homes. So fantastic. And we have the museum tent down here with all my critters just in the corner. Fabulous. If I thought Tom Nook's dialogue was long, then here we go with Blaver's. So this is what we were obviously waiting for, the vaulting pole recipe, so we can then jump over the river. Do you remember the good old times when they first updated with the sea creatures? So obviously you could then buy the wetsuit, and you could just navigate the entire island from day one. All you had to do was buy the wetsuit from the shopping app, and you were good. So I believe I've got 12 kind of various fish and critters down there, so I'm going to need an extra 3 things. So probably get fossils, unless I happen to find bugs and fish on the way. And here we go. Whee! I'm so free. And with my newly acquired shovel, I find the first fossil of the island. That was a massive fail. There we go. I like to imagine those Nook miles that I just got there was because I failed so hard at grabbing a fossil. Oh, dearie me. And number 3. So that should be enough for Blathers to obviously unlock the museum proper. Oh, they're discussing the shop. I didn't want to do this yet. I just wanted to sell my stuff. Oh look, it's Tofu. He can fix our problems. Okay, so from that discussion, obviously, I've unlocked the quest to basically get the materials for the shop. And I've been given a free Nook Mile ticket from Mr. Nook himself. So that's cool. I'm just going to sell my various chaff. Yeah, so now I have some space in my inventory. I did actually shoot down a balloon. And I've managed to get a recipe and a balloon from a previous day. So I guess we'll open those now. Oh, spooky fence. That's perfect. That's going to look fantastic in my crime island. Another present was a spooky lantern set. I suppose we are in October, so it's going to push the Halloween kind of recipes at me, which is fantastic. And Stinky gave me a wooden table mirror, so I can change my appearance. Good man. Oh, we've got Gulliver as our first visitor. Same as Tanglewood. I'm not going to talk to him right now. So annoyingly, I've managed to get 20 iron nuggets, so that's not quite enough. And so I'm probably going to have to skip to the next day. I could visit Tanglewood and actually get all the supplies I need, but I'm going to leave that for a little bit. So I guess I'm going to gather up all these critters. Obviously I've got the fossils in my inventory. I'm going to talk to Blathers. And we'll get museum sorted proper. So I'm just going to drop all this stuff. And let's get on that. So as this is a lot of dialogue and you have to give all the items one by one, I thought I'd basically just talk through kind of my ideas as far as which villagers I would actually like for this island. So I've mentioned a few of the obviously roles and things that I want for this narrative. I was thinking for the mayor, Beardo, I've already mentioned Beardo would be a fantastic kind of character for that. I was also thought that Dobby might be good as well. He's almost like an old man kind of mayor. He's kind of forgetful, doesn't realise that there's all these things going on. And he's just a generally nice person, but yeah, he's getting a bit on past it really, so he doesn't realise everything's kind of happening. As far as the bodyguard kind of character, I was thinking either Spike, Walt, Ken, or Biff. Any of those kind of characters would do. And then obviously the bodyguard's girlfriend, I was thinking Renee would be perfect for Spike, but Monique or Tiffany would also work really well for any of those characters. As far as the crime boss, Marlo would make most sense because he obviously looks like a mafia boss, the mafioso. However, I thought Rizzo would also work quite well. He's almost like a kind of cat burglar that's, you know, just worked his way through the ranks and has managed to get all the way to this kind of crime lord. As far as the doctor, I was thinking Raddle would probably work really well, but Cobb or Petrie would also do fantastically. As far as the... there's no other way of saying it. The bum, the hobo... I did think of Harry. He just looks the part. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he has like the sloppy furniture in his home as well. But Barreled would also fit the bill quite nicely. Various street gangs, street thugs. I was thinking Cat and Bella, I've already mentioned them. Cherry would probably work quite well. And I think Ali would work as part of that as well. She's got that kind of sassy look. It feels like she would kind of belittle certain people. As far as other characters, we've got, I guess, the ones that would be hassled. I was thinking like Jitters or Jacques, maybe even Kyle. Kyle's just trying to live his kind of best life, trying to set up a band or something like that on the island. And then you've got like Cat, Cherry, Ali, Bella, whichever combination I've got. Always kind of making fun of him, telling him that he's never going to make it. But I thought that any of those characters would kind of fit nicely in that space. And then, last of all, is the hero kind of role, which is going to be, I guess, fulfilled by Mira. But I had the idea that Rocket, maybe even Paula, would work. Obviously, Paula's not a hero character, but she does have that hippie kind of vibe, so maybe she's going around trying to tell everyone, like, give peace a chance, man. But obviously, all the kind of crime, the hassle, everything's going on, regardless of her efforts to, try and inspire her fellow kind of villagers, creatures, to live a peaceful life. And as for now, obviously, this dialogue's going on way too long, so I'm going to cut to when we actually give the very final item over. Okay, so that's all the all the animals we've donated, so now I'm going to give him the fossils. And with that, that should be everything we needed to donate to Blathers. And it is indeed. Fantastic. That was a lot of dialogue and button pushing to have to slog through, but it's all good. So I'm actually going to use the free Nook Mile ticket that Nook gave me to go to an island and gather up the necessary materials. Basically, I need more iron for the shop. Is it a waste of a Nook Mile ticket? Probably, but then I have plenty on Tanglewood, so I'll just throw some over when I actually do want to do the villager hunt. It's kind of weird seeing the green seaplane. I don't think I've ever had the green one before, so interesting. Well, I do find it weird when various people change their mind as to whether a island is perfect for them over the choice of airport colour. Flip in the background, by the way. Pretty sure that's Flip. Right, I believe that's all the iron that we needed. Oh, this is iron rock, apparently. I'm going to just bash the other rock and say hello to this cheeky chappy. I said Flip, didn't I? That was completely wrong. It's Simon. That's embarrassing. So, a successful mission. We managed to gather all the iron that we needed. I managed to acquire a few coconuts. And I managed to get a villager's name wrong. So, you know, classic Tofu. Still just laying around Gulliver. I actually forgot that would work. Okay, I'm not going to bother him. Not till later. Okay, Tim. Got your materials. Of course I am. I'm super generous like that. Now the real question is, am I going to be able to fit this shop on the beach? I don't think I am going to be able to. Obviously the museum's taking up so much space here that I doubt it as well. Yeah, unfortunately not. So we're just going to plonk it in this corner, just kind of behind the museum tent. We'll just have to deal with it as and when it obviously comes to the whole island decorating thing. But it's not the biggest issue in the world. We'll sort Gulliver out so he can be on his merry way. And then, yeah, we'll receive the special item that obviously he gives for rescuing him. I'm going to have to build myself another shovel because obviously broke it on the Nook Mile Island. By the way, I'm going to be saving, obviously, all the kind of villager hunts for this island in the next episode of Gaol-town. So, look forward to that. Naturally, we'll be looking for any of the kind of villagers I have mentioned previously as far as filling those roles. I'll have to go through that list and basically check which personalities each person is, or each villager is, sorry. And then I guess I'll make the list of who I can actually find accordingly. Huh. So that's never happened before. My pockets are full. I've just dug up a communicator part and then I dropped it and it just disappeared. So does that mean that I'm only going to be able to find 4 and I can't actually do Gulliver's quest? Oh, there we go. So we have actually got now 5 communicator parts, so I guess that's something they've play tested just in case someone managed to lose a piece. Good job, Nintendo, because I thought I'd messed that up. Right, our first good deed of crime island, Gaol-town. We'll free our stranded seagull friend. Okay guys, now that Gulliver has been rescued, essentially, I'm going to call today's episode here. Thank you very much for joining me in the start of Gaol-town. If you liked the video, please hit like and consider subscribing if you haven't done already. My next episode on this island is going to be the villager hunt for the normal, the peppy and the lazy character. But in general, I'm actually going to have a villager hunt over on Tanglewood. So I'm going to give myself 120 tickets, maybe more, and we're hopefully going to find Rudy. So, thank you very much, hope to see you there, and have a good one. Bye.